Eagles Rare Boxing, y'all know what it is coming up here. Let's talk a little bit about something. Hey, anyway, wait. That's me over there. Eagles Rare Boxing. We're gonna talk about some things here. hmm A lot of little things in sports like that. I mean, I know I really want to keep up with the track and field. I really can't, so I got to catch it at the end. I don't have that. I don't get the live feed, man. I forgot. I used to get it. I'll try it again. I don't know where to find it at. I don't know if it's probably MSNBC or something like that. Yeah, but I used to be able to get that. Yeah, so I'll figure it out. Yeah, figure it out. Well, they still. Well, this is boxing news, but it's old news. They still talking about the James Butler. They still bringing it up. They said the pure evil of James Butler. Somebody put that out. I'm like, wow. Why y'all still talking about that? Yeah, it was evil. He evil. hmm Yeah. Went to jail now. Okay, just looking at certain stuff like Jack Tatum in football. If you don't know who Jack Tatum is in football, you might want to go. He played for the Oakland Raiders. You might want to go check that out. Check out the information on him. It's a lot of athletes you should know about. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. But we're gonna see. Still talking about this. Still trying to figure out if we're gonna get this fight with Caressa Shields and Keith. Keith can fight everybody now, huh? Everybody wants to fight Keith all of a sudden. Well, I'm actually happy that that he's in the conversation again. Keith's back in the conversation. I get tired of his little suspect personality, which is Sean Porter, but I get tired of some of these guys sometimes. Yeah, but for me, he's just mouthpiece. Yeah, he's just a mouthpiece. So, but we're gonna see what he's gonna do. Hopefully, he'll just go ahead and shut this woman up. But it's on him. You know, it's just on him. So that's all we gotta go by. It's on him. Not just on him. It's on whoever's promoting and everything else. But another stone to throw that you guys might not be realizing this, so you guys might not be thinking about it, is the battle of the purses and stuff like that. Is that, I don't know, the the Tank fight, Tank versus Ryan Garcia, that was supposed to put some butts in some seats and get some money generated. Earl Spence, the gate, did a little bit less than what Tank Davis did with Ryan. Not much less, but a little bit less. But even though you might say that those fights was exciting and much needed fights, they were kind of a black eye also. A lot of people don't understand it. Both of these fights was actually kind of a black eye, Derek Bailey. I'll see you. Salute, bro. Yeah, both of those fights was kind of a black eye. They were good to have for boxing, but one of the results was actually both results, but the first one with Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, that was actually something that was looked at, that everybody was looking at it, that was just going to be it was going to be what it was. It was going to be more or less a Tank knocking his ass out, eventually catching him and knocking him out. A lot of people had, with the Crawford fight, a lot of them had Crawford beating Spence, knocking him out. Some of them had Spence winning by majority or maybe knocking him out late. But it was a surprising fight, so we got that. I see you, y'all. Sir, what's up, brother? So it was surprising, and it made money, but it kind of put a damper on the money business in boxing. So I don't know. So we're not getting fights. In order to get boxing going again, we're gonna need to get a couple of spectacles, folks. Now, whatever those spectacles are, you can name them, but we're gonna need to get at least a couple of spectacles in order to get this boxing going again. And yes, we just ain't gonna get the boxing going. Even people that want to see fights, they don't even know who to put together. It's like, oh, so many good matchups, but who do you really want to see? Are you going to pay that money? Gil Cole says, salute to Eagle Webb. He said, how was Spence getting his ass whooped? A black eye for boxing. You just don't see it. Sometimes people can't see stuff. I'm not saying Spence getting his ass whooped was a black eye because just he got his ass whooped. I'm talking about, right now we're talking about money. See, you come in on the ass end where you only catch some of it. That people have spent money, a lot of money on these last two fights. Because you got people that flying out to Vegas and stuff 2 times in a row. And those are the main, you might call them mainstream fight fans. That's where the black eye comes in. Did they get what they wanted? I didn't say they didn't. Did not say they didn't. It's a question. You can't ask me a question, or you can't answer my question with another question. But I wasn't talking about just the ass whooping itself. I was talking about the money. And y'all not spending all that money, so I don't even know why you're saying something about it. Because did you pay for both of those fights? No. Most people ain't paying for both. They ain't paying for that. They're not gonna pay to see Crawford versus Boots. A lot of people ain't gonna pay for some of these fights, man. Shit, that's almost like a shit. For some people, that's like a little. That's like they little car note or whatever. That's a light bill. Like shit, I ain't paying no light bill to see this or whatever. But a lot of people are traveling. But a lot of the people, well, you'll see. You have to see for yourself. I don't know everything, but you'll see. In 2 months, just let me know how you feel about stuff. Derek said he paid for both of them. But anyway, let's see what happens in the next couple of months, because it's more than just boxing. When you talk about money, you got to talk about people themselves. Are they going to have the money to even pay for these fights because of other stuff that's on the outside? We're going to have some stuff to come up. I tried to explain it. If you don't want to listen to it, you don't believe in it, you think it's conspiracy, then keep thinking it's conspiracy. My friend right now, she's suffering already. She got that. She said, oh, they got a new variant of the corona or whatever. I said, okay. She asked me. I shared some of her drink the other day, and so she thought maybe she got me sick. I said, no, I don't get sick. I said, I take the things that I know are good. So I take all these things, and it's like, of course, yeah, sir. Of course, you're gonna pay for stuff, and you're laughing at us, man. Stop laughing at us, man. That's not. We don't appreciate you laughing at us when we got to pay $100 or close to $100 for these fights. Yep, yep. Gil calls it, y'all, sir. Gil calls it, Derek Bailey, hun, y'all, sir. Of course, he's laughing every time Gil comes in. I'll start in on your ass too, y'all, sir. You not exempt. Don't make me call Mrs. Derek Bailey say salute at Gil Coles. Gil Coles said, what? I said, y'all, sir, said, them people got their money's worth. As a combat sport fan, you don't always get what you want. Okay, with the outcomes. Okay, so all you're doing is helping my argument out. If you don't get what you want, are you gonna you're not gonna keep being a buyer? You know? What they're worried about now, even they're worried about, I heard they're worried about Wilder too, Wilder versus Joshua. They just, a lot of like Showtime and pay-per-view and all them and PBC, they option out a lot of these fights. That's not us. Now, you might say that you enjoyed it, but are they listening to you in the first place? I mean, if you want to entertain the nonsense that Gil is saying, then that's on you. He's just having fun. But if you want to entertain that and think that's what I said, I don't need no refund. I'm not a rich man by no means, but I mean, that wasn't no sweat off me. I pay that much money out every day anyway. Shit, I spend about $250 a day living expenses. I don't know. I spend about $250 every day. So how is that affecting me? Don't make it personal with me. I'm just putting information out, man. You distract from what I'm trying to say, man, but with the foolishness. I'm not saying I need a refund or something like that. There's some things I need to have refunds on, but that's not something I need to have a refund on. Because you never know the outcome. Y'all starts putting stuff up there like as if he's giving out information. No, of course we don't. We don't know the outcome. Just like when Wilder fights, we think we know the outcome. We know it's probably going to be a knockout. We don't know which round. Yep. But I didn't say that. So I mean, you can have y'all sir on your side. He can entertain you clowning in here, but I'm not going to entertain that bullshit because that's not what I said. Nothing like that came out of my mouth. I paid for Spence versus Crawford, not Tank versus Garcia. Yep. Give me a good fight, I'll pay. If it's not a fuck you, and he said I'm fire sticking it. Okay, well, what's the good fights, man? We always come up with this. These scenarios, but we never decide which is the fight that we need to see next. So what fight do we need to see next? And I don't need to hear from Gil Coles because I know that Gil Coles is going to say Keith Thurman versus somebody. I don't care. So I don't care. So y'all can just let me know. Y'all, sir, so I ain't paying for Francis versus Fury, but I gladly pay for AJ versus Wilder. Okay, there's one person will pay for AJ versus Wilder. Does AJ versus Wilder still have the same luster as it would have had 4 years ago? We're not really waiting for the Wilder Joshua fight, but he's right though. I will pay too. But he said he's not paying for the Francis fight. Boxing fans pay for fights they want to see. Well, some boxing fans, actual fan of boxing just pays for everything. They don't even care. But I'm not even talking about those people. I'm talking about the ones that the Showtime is looking at. Okay, well, who's Showtime looking at? Who is PBC looking at when they decide not to put on a fight? Who are they looking at? Are they looking at the fighters themselves, or are they looking at what kind of crowd they're going to bring in? You make the call. Somebody make that call, Derek Bailey. One of y'all make that call. What are they looking at? What is PBC and Showtime looking at when it comes to making a fight or not making a fight? What are they looking at? You guys got all the information, so that's what I need to know. Yep. Y'all sir say F that at Derek Bailey. Yeah, y'all. So he gonna order that Francis fight. He'll tell us. So see, I didn't want to read what Gil said. Gil said Crawford versus Thurman, of course. I think Shakur versus Martin is happening. Yeah, I said that on the last show, but like I said, what I don't know. Martin's not a huge name, and Shakur, he's really not a good name. He's supposed to be pound for pound the best fighter. A lot of people are saying he's the best boxer there is. And what my argument keeps being, which which ends up being a casual argument, is then why can't we get him on the pay per view then? You would figure that, so there's something happening. I'm trying to expose it, trying to put it out there, trying to get somebody to give me something on it, but everybody is so evasive when I ask why. What is PBC in Showtime? What are they looking for? What are they looking for that we're missing? Yep. I'll watch that one. I don't know. I don't know if I'll pay to see Shakur versus Martin. I might. I have a cap on it though. There's a limit of how much I will spend to watch them. There's not an $80 fight for sure. But Derek said no, it does. It doesn't. He said, but I'll watch it. And also, he also said no, it doesn't. Two undefeated fighters with all belts would have been sweeter, but I still want to watch it. There's a lot of stuff I watch, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about why. We're talking about the pay-per-view basically, because PBC. If you're talking about PBC, you're talking about Showtime. You're talking about pay-per-view. So the reason I brought that up is because I'm hearing, or I'm seeing that PBC might not even want to rematch with Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. And they might not want the Wilder fight. So it's like, why? I mean, for me, Wilder versus Fury is bigger money. Is bigger money than Martin versus Shakur. It's bigger money than a lot of people. People love to see Wilder. It's like they just don't have the confidence in Wilder no more. Wilder puts butts in seats. You said, where's the AJ versus Wilder fight going to be at? I don't even know. But Derek said they're looking for the bottom line. They're looking for the damn money. It's just like, and so what you guys saying, so what you just told me, I'm not saying it's a false statement because you're saying that that boxing fans, they pay for the fights that they want to see. Okay, so that still goes back into play. So what is PBC and Showtime? What are they looking for in order to bring us a fight? So are we missing out? Are we missing something to where we think certain fights should be done, but because there's not a big money draw on it, that we're just not getting them? We're not getting them on free TV. This is no such thing. We're not getting them on free TV, and we're not getting them on pay-per-view. So what's the issue? Derek said it's just the bottom line of what is. Bottom line is that is money. Yasser said Derek Bailey Saudi putting up the money for that, so then likely okay. He said Rayaj. Yep, Gil Coles, Derek Bailey. I want to see that fight too. Keyshawn versus Martin. If Shakur can't make it, that'll be good. I saw those two fighters talking on somebody's forum. I seen both of them talking. Were they talking to each other? What were they doing? If they're ready to fight, then they get your ass out there and tell them Derek what to do. Get your ass out there and fight. We don't care. As long as you get your ass out there and fight, that's all we're looking at. All this other extra shit, we don't care about all that extra stuff. Get your ass out there and fight. But we have to take in consideration these things that are brought to our attention. When it comes to like the PBC and when it comes to Showtime, we still got to take that in consideration. Why are they deciding not to have a fight? What Derek said, bottom line, is kind of general and kind of vague at the same time. But I would agree, but I would have to take it a little bit further, because I'm going to say it's bottom line, but it's their bottom line of what is acceptable. The bottom line is this. The minimum amount of money that is acceptable to PBS and Showtime in order to put the fight on. In other words, they're looking at worst case scenario, what's the least amount of money we can bring in with the fight. I'm saying, I don't know. If somebody else has a different look at it, then let me know. Yeah. Yeah. Derek Bay said, right? He said, I like how Martin walked up to Keyshawn during the interview. Yep, I like that too. That's, I don't know if you brought it up before I said it the first time. They getting paid then at y'all, sir. Yep. If they having it over there, they getting paid. Y'all, sir said, hell yeah, Derek Bay. It's going to be a big event there. Yep. They're trying to get a lot of, they're actually hiring thousands of people. They want thousands of people to go over to Dubai for some reason. But they gonna capture your asses. If you guys go over to Dubai, I can't say it. My fault. No, never mind. All shouts. That was just for entertainment purposes only. Have you guys heard of the Great Wall of China? Did you guys the Tartarian Wall? Did you know they didn't make that wall, right? You don't make a wall where the high side is on your land. Hmm. All the towers are facing your land. But anyway, let's not go there. But the reason I brought up the Great Wall of China, it was just something that was going to lead into the Dubai thing. But I had to retract it. I'm not going to talk about it. You just have to read through the codes and figure it out yourself. Yep. Derek Bay say, is Regis versus Haney still happening? Derek, you took my title serious, and that's what it is. Who's on base, Derek? I don't know. Boxing or banter? What we gonna do? So it's boxing or banter, or we're either gonna get fights or we're not gonna get fights. This is the argument that fans have all day, every day. That we always have to talk about this. We just not getting the fights that we needed to get. We need to get these fights. So hopefully we're gonna get these fights done. You know. And I wouldn't mind if Earl Spence is okay. If his neurological problem was just something that was a temporary thing because of something. Mr. Johnson's Boxing Talking, more salute, brother. He said, I see y'all. So if it was something that's temporary, then of course I would like to see him fight and get that get back. If it was temporary. Now if he has permanent neurological damage, then no, don't even fight no more at all. Just no fighting. Don't fight. If it was something temporary, and I'm not going to get into the details of things that I've heard, but if it's temporary, yeah, get your ass in there because you're going to get your get back. So just get in there and fight. If not, then please retire from boxing. Don't let nobody talk you into staying in boxing if you actually, because you look like you had the power of a kitten in there, and that's one thing I just didn't get. Because Gamboa was moving Terrence Crawford around better than you was. And Gamboa doesn't have half your power. So it's like, I don't know why you went in there so damn weak looking. And people, you just take it away from Crawford. God dang, they're so sensitive. Crawford won the fight. I can't take the belts away from Crawford. Shit, I'm just saying. Going by, can I have my own observation? If you didn't see it, you just didn't see it. If you was getting all excited, oh Crawford, oh, if you was wetting yourself, that's you. If you was pissing on yourself over it because you couldn't go to the bathroom because you was sitting there watching it and drooling all over them, that's you. They ain't got shit to do with me. I observe other things. That's what you guys got to understand. I don't look at fights the same way as other people look at fights. I analyze fights. If it's a fight that I don't really care about, I look at it like a fan. But if it's something I just really want to see, I'm really curious about, I'm actually going to study it. Yep. Okay. Okay, here we go. So y'all sirs asking Derek if they had a contract dispute with Haney and them. A lot of people getting mad at Haney. I'm gonna stick with Haney. I'm not gonna get mad at Haney about nothing. He do what he want to. I don't care if it's payback or not, because we just got to, that's what we're discussing right now anyway. If the money's not in boxing, shit, get as much money as you want, as you need, Haney. Because Haney know that that a lot of people are still blaming Mayweather for that. Oh, you emptied the well. So if you empty the well, then there ain't shit in there. Y'all know what an empty well look like. If you got everybody thirsty for water and you know it's gonna run out, are you gonna just conserve? Well, let me look out for everybody else and just get a little bit of water. You're gonna try to get as much water as you can. So I don't blame Haney. Haney, get as much as you can. I don't give a damn. If you fight Stevenson, you fight him. If you don't, then you just don't. I give a damn. Get your money. Go on and get your money. Your money ain't got shit to do with us. And if they did it to you, I don't care. Uh, People say, "Oh, he just being petty, trying to do the same thing that was done to him." Duh. Let's think about it. If somebody does something to you that you don't like, wouldn't you like to get some get back and do the same thing to them? Sometimes you gotta take shit out on people, man. Yeah, you're right though, Derek. The business side is what it is though. Yep. Y'all search the truth at it, Derek. He said that's why I watch boxing like casuals. I'd rather watch a MMA card. Yep. Derek said, "Yep, that's the direction I'm headed." Shit, and y'all know where I'm headed. I'm headed to beach volleyball. Yeah. Anyway, Derek said, "Yep, that's the direction I'm headed." Yep. Derek Bailey says, "Salute to Mr. Johnson Boxing Talking More." Y'all, sir, said I'll meet you when you get here, bro. It's so much better at Derek Bailey. Yeah. Mr. Johnson again at Derek. He said, "Yo, yo, yo." Y'all, sir, said Gil Coles. He made him look like Martin after the boxing match. Yep. Crawford gave Spence that EJ Mikey work. Nah. And that's the sad part about it is what you guys see one thing, I see something completely different. Is that Earl didn't have no strength. If y'all think Earl had what was fighting like Earl in that fight, that he had his strength, even if Earl couldn't fight with his strength, I mean, if he just had this basic skill set, he would have did even better than that. I mean, just nothing landing, and he took and taking all those damn rabbit shots too, though. But it's no Crawford won the fight, you know. But Earl never went out anyway though. So I'm looking at somebody. If you can't put somebody out that clearly has some kind of an issue with them, and you can't put them out, come on. I'm just saying. Now that could boost up your confidence, but don't be surprised if that confidence is just boosted up too high and something happens. Because I know what I saw. I know what I saw. You know, I recovered it. I said I wasn't going to keep covering it over and over again, but I know what I saw. Earl didn't have no power. If y'all think Earl had any kind of power in that fight, y'all really mistaken. He didn't have no power left. I don't know if he just outgrown the division along with that neurological damage. I don't know. But what I do know is that if you tell me that Gamboa is your hardest fight, and you fight somebody that's way stronger than that, then and they don't, and their performance just don't look like a performance at all, then for me there's something had to happen. But you know what the thing about it, time always tells all this stuff. Just like I said, Alicia, what they were saying, Alicia was on. They say she was on some kind of drugs and shit. Also, let me see. Yeah. I don't even know, brother. Don't put that shit on me, Gil. Don't be talking about I'm salty and shit, man. I mean, you do enough, but you ain't gotta do that much, man. You ain't gotta say I'm salty because Earl lost. I don't give a shit about Earl. Earl, that man is not in my life. I'm talking about what I saw. And you're not gonna change what I saw by you insulting me. You can't insult me into thinking, oh yeah, I better go with Gil. I better go and change my whole personality because Gil said I'm salty. Fuck that. I'm not gonna change the way I am just because you say I'm salty. Ain't nobody salty. I don't even like salt like that. Talking about I'm salty. Man, get the hell out of here with that stupid shit. Talking about I'm salty over Earl. I'm not salty over Earl. I went to Vegas and made money. I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all take this show too serious sometimes when I say stuff in here. I might say something in here and do completely the opposite. Y'all don't know me like that. But you got to read through because sometimes I'll sound the same way and you take it serious, but that's not the way I'm actually going. This is entertainment, brother. But so don't jump on me personally and start saying stupid shit like that. Like I'm riding on Earl like that. That's not even me, man. I don't ride nobody like that. Oh, you all salty because shit, I didn't get salty when Wilder lost. And I reported that Wilder was probably gonna get that ass whooped when we was in here. When we did the show, I said Wilder was gonna get that ass whooped. But did I still want Wilder to win? Hell yeah, I still wanted Wilder to win. Yeah. I'm talking about rabbit shots. But yeah, I'm talking about boxing, man. God damn. You act like you don't understand shit sometimes, man. A lot of times your playfulness it really makes it seem like, uh, yeah, the way you talk sometimes, it really seems like, that something is really childish about you sometimes, man. That like you play, I mean, you play sometimes, but sometimes you just, like, you go, like, overboard and shit. Like, sometimes you just go overboard with your dumb shit. That's part of boxing. A rabbit punch, you know what a rabbit punch is? When you hit somebody in the back of their head, in the back of the neck, that's what a rabbit punch is. Okay? Crawford does hit people in the back of the head. Message. Never say. Everybody cheats. This ain't even a Crawford show. This ain't a Crawford and Earl Spence show. Y'all, you just love to talk about that fight so much. I don't know why. When Manny, I didn't even get on Manny that much. When Manny beat the brakes off of Keith, we didn't keep talking about Keith. I just talked about Keith going down one time, and I teased his voice about talking about that Manny had, those little arms, little Jurassic Park arms, but those little Jurassic Park arms put that working on Keith. But I didn't say all kinds of other shit about that. I didn't say all kinds of other stuff. I didn't make it to where I didn't get all like personal and shit like that, and like get on you that you still hurt because Manny whooped Keith's ass and shit like that. I didn't keep like this. You're making it like personal. I don't give a shit about these fighters like that. I'm talking about boxing. The art of combat, like punches, like rabbit punches. I was talking about rabbit punches. I wasn't talking about just Bud. I was talking about Bud. Bud hits with his elbows. Bud does a lot of shit. We don't just always talk about it because we're talking about boxing. If you want to talk about the illegal shit, Mayweather done a lot of illegal shit. Canelo still do a lot of illegal shit. David Benavidez does a whole lot of illegal shit. There's a lot of fighters. Tyson Fury does a whole lot of illegal shit. A lot of fighters get away with doing a lot of illegal stuff. And if you think boxing is clean, man, you got no business even watching boxing. If you think boxing is clean, that these fighters don't do dirty shit, then I feel bad for you, man. Then you're missing a whole lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Yep. Yeah, Mr. Johnson said he said I'm salty in a transformer voice. I know, but he's doing extra. I don't know why. Maybe he's feeling like really giddy at home or something like that. I don't know. He's just doing a whole lot of shit where he's just feeling giddy. I mean, he feeling himself right now, and I just don't, I'm not gonna subscribe to somebody. If you gonna mess with me, that's one thing we can play around, but don't make it personal. Like I got some kind of salt on me and shit over any of these fighters. Don't make it seem like that. If anything, I'm salty about the cheaters. I don't like the cheaters in boxing, because them cheaters gonna end up getting somebody killed. And then once they do, then you will finally clock in and say, oh, that wasn't right, man. Yeah, I know they was on them steroids or what they was doing this and that, but it's too late. But I'll mention the stuff before it's too late. But you guys like for stuff to be mentioned when everybody's talking about it. You don't want one person talking about it. You said Keith didn't get stopped. I know the ref stopped the fight when Earl was fighting. He didn't get stopped. He got his ass whooped, I said. He lost. See, that's somebody that's taking it personal. When you say Keith didn't get stopped, that's like, see, kids do that shit. Oh, at least my fighter didn't get knocked down. See, that's what kids do. I said he lost. Yeah, Mr. Johnson Boxer talking more, saying Andy Ruiz too. Yeah, Andy do dirty shit. It's all of it. But see, I didn't try. I was this show was about PBC. It was about PBC and Showtime. Why we not gonna get these some of these fights that we think these big fights? I'm asking why we might not get the Earl Spence fight. Nobody has addressed that one. Why we might not get the Wilder fight. Nobody has addressed that. Instead, everything has been deflected to Earl Spence getting his ass whooped and jumping on the host. That's what this show turned into. We're not focused on what the questions were. Yeah. Nah. But I'm not going to entertain you right now, brother. I mean, you saying too much. It's like you just overdoing it. Because that's childlike shit, man. Oh, your fighter got knocked down. Oh, yours got knocked out. That's childlike shit. A loss is a loss. They both lost. It doesn't count as a bigger win. If you lose, you lose. A loss is a loss. See, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna keep coming back and saying the same thing. I'm not even gonna read it, because, like I said, that's a childlike response. Is my fighter didn't lose this way, and that's you came back and did the example that I gave. You came back and gave that example in writing. I had just mentioned it, and you came back and gave that same example in writing. Oh, my favorite fighter didn't lose this way. You came back. That's what children do, shit like that. At least he didn't get knocked the fuck out. I didn't see Earl take a 10 count. I seen a referee stoppage. I didn't even in his condition. He didn't even take a complete knockout in his condition. He came in that fight looking like shit, and still didn't take a complete knockout. Didn't take a 10 count. But this show is not even about that, man. This show is about, I forget it. It's like I'm being so distracted because nobody's going to answer that, because you guys are being so entertained by him that all you guys are doing is laughing. The only one that's kind of making sense or following the conversation, following the dialogue, is Mr. Johnson's Boxing Talking More. He's the only one that's actually following the dialogue. I mean, he entertained y'all for a little bit, but he's not laughing. But he entertained y'all for a little bit, but at least he's following along with the conversation of the show. You guys are just so stuck on how Spence lost. If you mad at Spence, then if you hate Spence and mad at him, that don't sound like something to direct to me. That sounds like something to direct to Earl. Direct that shit to Earl. Don't direct it to me. I don't have a dog in the race. I make observations about stuff. And that's what I'm doing. I make observations about what I see. I don't make observations about what you see. I mean, I'm not at home jumping up in the air and shit. If any fighter, I want to see a fight like that, to where I just get so excited I scream. I'm still not even seeing that. I'm not seeing that. You see that a lot of times, like when Wilder fight. I mean, out of the last few years, the only fight that I really was like, that really made me jump up, was the Wilder versus Brazil smash down. Because that punch was like, God dang. And they came back with the memes right away. I don't know about Earl fans. I'm not even talking about Earl fans. It's not even an Earl. This is not even an Earl Spence show. You're trying to change it into an Earl Spence show, but it's not an Earl Spence show. It's PBC and Showtime. I was asking questions about that. I don't care about Earl fans. I'm not anybody's fan. I like Tank Davis, but I'm not like necessarily a fan. Tank Davis is probably like my favorite fighter, because he just reminds you of like somebody in your family or something like that. Some little crazy dude that's in your family, one of your crazy siblings or nephews or something like that. That's why I like Tank. But I'm not all into Tank like, oh, I'm in love with Tank like that. I don't get like that. I don't get like that over another grown man. I don't get like that over women either. I just don't get like that. Oh, I love you so much. And I'm not that kind of a fan. Oh, give me your autograph. I'm not. That's you. That's not me, brother. That's not me at all. I mean, I'm always around somebody that's associated with boxing and boxers and boxing in some way. I'm always running into them. But I don't get all the, oh yeah, you used to be this and that. Oh, you his bodyguard? Oh, I don't get all excited like that. That's something for you to get excited about, because that's not even what the topic is. The topic was about why we can't get our fights, and because they're just putting this out now, and they're telling us that the PBC, so we might not even get the second fight, and we might not get the Wilder fight, and everybody's asking about the Keith fight. So I don't know. We might not get the Key fight. Which ones are we looking at? Let's look and see. Because because Bud wants everybody, so I don't know what's going to really come up. Yep. And see, the reason I like Tank too is because even right now Tank is trolling. Tank is trolling the shit out of Shakir. Talking about he calling him calling him pussy. He said, what kind of pussy turned down an offer for undisputed? Does he have a point? Or is everybody going? So what's the excuse for that? What's the Shakur Stevenson, Derek Bailey? What's your excuse for Shakur Stevenson? Since we want to take everything personal and pick on people because they're a certain fan of somebody, uh, is Tank Davis right about Shakur? Is he a pussy for not taking the money for undisputed? So that's a question. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I'm not talking about anything. Yeah, yeah. So if he come back in there and then like so see that's the whole thing when you start sucking on the man's jockstrap and then something happens to him, then what happens? Because you got to realize you're sucking on the jockstrap. So once you suck on that jockstrap, just remember, keep that taste in your mouth and keep that same energy for when something happens. Because then somebody else is going to act childlike against you. Well, what happened to your boy? What happened to your boy? See, that's what we do. But sometimes we just go a little bit too far with it. You don't have to go but so far. Because like I said, I'm just a boxing. I'm a fan of combat sports and boxing. I have to stay in combat sports because I have to stay ready for myself. I don't trust people around me. You might trust your neighborhood and your friends and everybody around you, but I don't trust nobody like that. And see, my wisdom is a little bit, it might be a little bit better than some people's wisdom because some people believe in the whole government and all that shit. I don't. And yes, I am government, but I don't trust them like that. Because I can almost guarantee you in the next couple of months you're going to be wearing a mask again. Why? What's going to change? What's going to change the way you're in a mask? I'm not going to have on a mask, but you will. I don't wear a mask. So I'll be able to say, why you got a mask on? What you scared of? I'm not going to have a mask on. So, but that wasn't that's not our topic. We're just trying to find out. Um, we just got to find out exactly where we're going in this boxing. Because the biggest picture out of what I'm talking about, Derek Bailey, are we stuck? Are we stuck in between these mediations? Are we stuck now as fans? As just boxing fans, are we stuck now? Because I know everybody's saying that I'll pay for the fights that I want to see, but what if you don't get the fights you want to see? Are we stuck now? Because, I mean, we can say a lot of things. Did Mayweather do so much damage to where now we're stuck? That we're stuck. And the reason it's not just the boxers not getting the money, it's just that PBC and or either Showtime pay-per-view, they made a lot of money off of Mayweather. So you got to realize that money's not coming in anymore. So we got to look at it like adults. We got to look at it from different sides. That money's not there no more. Mayweather's not there. Those big fights ain't there. Just think about it. If you thought money was going to be somewhere, you're the one that furnishes the place where people sit their asses down and watch the fights, and you made it more luxurious or whatever you did because you knew you was going to be bringing in millions of dollars, and all of a sudden those millions of dollars aren't there. They got plenty of hotels that's in Vegas that they don't even use half, the whole hotel. Yep. If you look at it like that, because some of those places, they know that they're not going to have the money, so they were even in the process of renovating. Now they can't even renovate. Is that the whole issue? No. It comes down to what Derek said earlier. It's the bottom line, but that's too general. So it's the bottom line. Are we stuck? Or let me put it this way. Are you guys comfortable, or are you guys satisfied with all the fights that we are getting, or are we missing it And second question: Are you first of all are you satisfied? Because if you first of all if you're satisfied, then there's no need to answer the second question. But you still can. So second question is, um, are there any fights that we need to have? So are you satisfied or right? Are you satisfied or is everything cool? Are you satisfied with it? That means everything's cool. Or is there some fights that we just need to have? Third question: how necessary is the Wilder versus Joshua fight still? How necessary is that one? No, 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 not an excuse. So you guys got so there's three questions I posed to you guys right now. So okay, Gil Cole said everything good. He getting all the fights he need. But you just got through saying that you want to keep the fight, right? But you don't know if you're gonna get that fight. But you want that one, right? Don't contradict yourself with your answer already. So is everybody good with the way the direction of boxing? I still said we needed to see. I mean, even though people don't like him that much, I think he's very intended for boxing. Is Gary Russell, Jr. I still would like to see him fight. I still would like to see. I need to see Martin fight again. I need to see the Mexican destroyer or monster. I need to see him fight. Right? Damn, when is Andrade gonna fight? I need to see him fight. I need to see Bivol again. To be honest, I need to see Bivol put some paws on somebody. Because I like his personality, and he's entertaining with his little 1-2s, his little 1 and 2s. See, I like that. So there's some fights out there. The third thing I asked y'all was the AJ. I let y'all answer the one, the AJ versus Wilder. Is that still needed? Let me ask you another thing. What about a cap? Okay, Gil Cole said that Wilder versus AJ ain't important. Okay, so what's our price? What's our price tag? Gil Cole's on. What's our price tag for Wilder AJ? What's the price tag, y'all? What's the price tag y'all willing to pay? Y'all, cause I know getting damn well y'all gonna get more excited. It's not necessary, but y'all gonna get more excited if that fight comes around. Derek said people stream more now. Yep, you're right. He said I don't care about the Thurman fight, but if we need to get with Thurman, need to get somebody. You want Buzz specifically, or you want Boots, or who you want for Keith? But for me, you'll say Fury versus Usyk need to happen. Yep, I agree with that one. But Dubois is still a good fight for Usyk. Eh, I don't know. Dubois is just too easy to outbox. He's like, remember that fighter they had that big that super heavyweight that they had that used to fight his own. He had his own circuit and shit. He was making money his own circuit named Butterbean. That's how I look at Dubois' stamina. It's more like a Butterbean type of stamina. It's like if you're still in the fight time, fifth or sixth round come around and you're good at boxing. Gil Cole said I'm streaming the Wilder versus AJ. Just be careful when y'all. Just don't get no virus. Don't get no virus, y'all messing with that shit. But the Wilder, I wanted to see the Usyk versus Fury, but they're all doing everything that they see. We act like everything's all good. Now everybody in here didn't say that everything was all good, and which some people think everything's good, but aren't we getting a little bit tired of this? To where like these fighters fighting fighters outside of boxing when you should have your ass in there boxing. Get your ass in there and box. I would love to see the Wilder versus AJ, but what's our limit? But Gil said he's streaming it, so there's no price for him. Yao Sir is only gonna pay $19.99, so we don't have to worry about him. He gonna buy all the fights, and if that's all we were paying, we would probably buy all the fights too. And another thing, another heavyweight. I need to see Big Baby back in there again. We need to see him back in, and he needs to, you know, I'll pay for Tate versus Haney if it happened. Yeah, cause that could end up being a real classic. Haney could slip by or get caught and slip on the canvas. So that's I would pay to see that one. Usyk versus Fury, I probably wouldn't pay. I mean, I'll watch it, but I won't pay. Nah, I just won't. Usyk Wilder, I'll pay to see that. Usyk Joshua, Usyk Joshua is kind of on the it's on the fence. Yeah, I didn't even check the schedule. Derek, is the fight this weekend? Let me go back into my thing right here and see. Yeah. There's a lot of other stuff going on besides boxing, but we're not gonna bring none of that shit up, man. There's just so much sad shit happening, just like constantly. It's just not making. It's just very. A lot of this stuff is painful to think of. We had a lot of stuff out here, and even in that thing over, they're missing. I heard they was missing over 800 people over in Hawaii. That there's all of a sudden 800 people missing. That wasn't even. If you look at that map, that wasn't even a huge community. It wasn't that. I mean, come on. If you spread 800 people out, just say it was nothing there, just on open land. If you spread 800 people out in that area, one, I think every person would be able to see each other. But they got people missing over there, so I'm not doing no kind of speculation or speculation, none of that. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that happen. So even here we had a lot of damage here. We lost some roads and everything else. But most of the stuff was away from the biggest communities and stuff. Yeah, I went out my first time, Derek. I went out my first time golfing in a long time, man. I didn't make no pars, but I got like a one over. That was my best hole. My best holes were probably like this one over or something like that. I think I might have had one even. But yeah, that's me. I'm using somebody else's clubs and everything because I don't have none of that stuff. I got rid of my bag and all that. But I'll start getting that. So maybe I'll start going out there and getting some business meetings done. Take my ass out there and go. Why not? It's not a bad. It's not a bad thing to do. Is go out there and get 9 holes in or 18, whatever. If you do 18, make sure you got make sure you got your golf cart. If you got 18. Yeah. Yeah, but we was behind somebody. We was behind somebody who they didn't have no swing. I don't know. They was just like they were so slow. We tried to go around a couple of times, but second time around it ended up getting dark on us. But yeah, my cap on some of these fights. Some of them I just don't think. Me personally, I wouldn't pay for some of them. Yeah. I said, yeah. I'll pay for Crawford Spence rematch. Yeah, but and that's the point, Gil. That's what I'm saying. Now you say you'll pay for it. I think I'll pay for it, but if so, the show was about why we might not get these fights. So that's what we was needed to dig into is why we won't get these fights. It's like, damn, how come we're not gonna get them? Because I'm thinking that we're stuck behind generally what Derek put down was their bottom line. I think we're stuck as fans. I think we're stuck behind their bottom line. Like we might not get the fights because of money. And remember, the narrative have been for the last 5 years or so is all the fans were saying, man, stop pocket checking and stop thinking about their money. But that money, you are the money. That money's still affecting us. I'm buying Charlo versus Canelo 2. I'll pay for those fights that go down in the history books. Yeah, the Charlo Canelo, that's a good fight to buy. See, but it's not just it's a good fight to buy. At one point, I might not have paid for it, but now that I see, Canelo looks like he's having a little bit of problems in the last couple of fights. Then I got to see what he's doing. You know what I mean? For me, it's a fight of interest. I probably won't even be looking at it as a fan. I'm going to be staring at Canelo. I'll probably miss the fight for looking in Canelo's eyes and looking at his body and looking at his reflexes. See, that's me. That's what I'll end up doing. If I see that he's okay, uh, if I see that he's okay, then I'll watch the fight just like a spectator, just like a regular person. But I'll have to look for a few rounds to see what he's doing. And especially if he starts huffing and puffing against Charlo. So one thing we got to look for about Canelo, make sure that he's not huffing and puffing like before. What round does he usually start huffing and puffing in? 6th round or 7th? So one of those rounds. So if it's not 6th or 7th round, we got to look to make sure that he's not huffing and puffing in like the 5th and 4th round. Because that might end up being a telltale sign of not just him not being better than Charlo, but him just not, being competitive anymore. He might have lost it, like his competitive edge might be gone. So we have to look. We have to look at that. You guys don't have to, but that's me. I have to look to make sure. Like, dude, you still good? You good, or somebody got to come get you? So, but we're gonna get one of those fights. We're gonna get a fight where it just really surprises us even more. We haven't had any like really surprises in any of these fights. Regardless if you want to bring up the Bud versus Spence fight or not, that wasn't a surprise to some people. So I'm talking about like a surprise where we just didn't see it coming. Like Shakur Stevenson fighting Tank, and he knocks Tank out in the 1st round. I'm not saying that he's gonna do that. But I'm saying, I had to demonstrate it like that so you can understand what I mean when I say we just haven't had like a total shocker, like a total shocker, like God damn, I'm in shock. Like damn, that was alive right there. FR. For real, for real. I don't know. They say that a lot out here. They always say that. For real, yeah. Tomorrow's Thursday here, so we're actually getting cold a little bit, y'all. So we're dropping down to the high, like to 90 tomorrow. And we've been like a desert for the last month. But we had all those floods, so at least we had the water reserve. A lot of these places don't have the water reserve that we have. Yeah. But even then, they said the Lake Mead went up. Because remember, Lake Mead had dried out? And they went down there and started finding bodies and stuff. But you guys are suffering, though. I'm just off the topic for a second. It looks like you guys are suffering, Derek. And Gil. That's why Gil acting up. Because Gil's down there at 100 degrees. 90% humidity. It says there's a heat dome, 130 million Americans in 22 states. So that's what it is. So in 22 states, god dang, that's a lot of states. So it's not too many states that aren't hot. What's it like in you guys' neighborhood, you guys' neck of the woods? So what are you guys suffering from right now? How much heat are you guys suffering from? Could make it feel like 120. So it looks like all the Midwest, not even all of Texas, some parts of Texas. So what we got? Let's see what we got. It looks like we got, it's not picking, I'm not picking up these, I don't know them by heart. Okay, I know Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, I think that's Kentucky. If I name your spot, it's not even saying Florida, but I know Florida's hot too, though. How much heat are you guys getting? You guys high humidity, high heat right now still? And what's y'all's water supply yet? Like that's for me. I'm just being curious. I need to know these things. And also, what are you guys' electric bills like right now? Is you guys electric bills and stuff cool? Like, oh, it's good. It's only like $40 a month. You guys still good? You guys still at $40 a month, Derek and Gil? Are you guys at $40 a month? Where you guys at when it comes to electric? Or are you guys suffering? Is your electric bill as much as your car note? Or y'all good? Yep. Derek said 5 or 6. Okay, Derek said Thursday here also. Yeah, we finally dropped. We dropping down like tomorrow. We supposed to drop down just a little bit. So we all the same. It's like all of our temperatures are the same. All of us are in like 90s and stuff. Gil said mid 90s, and it can rain in a second. Yeah, still be raining. Everybody good? What about y'all's bills, man? How y'all electric and stuff like that? I heard a lot of people in the Midwest really complaining about the like the electric. I heard the electric was just like really like off the chain. Like, God dang, man, I ain't used to paying this much. Is it like that for y'all, or did y'all just go ahead and suffer through it? Because myself, I just suffered through it. I'm actually less. I'm actually spending. I spent less this summer than I spent last summer. And believe me, I do want to spend the money. I mean, not spend the money, but I do want to have the air on and stuff. But I just don't. I'm just not doing it. I'm like, I'm out the house enough. I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna be out the car for a lot of the day, so I'm gonna be cool there. I'm gonna have the air conditioner on, so I ain't really sweating it. It's gonna be 80 something in the house. I'm like, that's not too big of a deal. That's just for me. So me, I'm actually doing better on right now. I'm doing electricity. My electricity, I'm doing good. Y'all wouldn't believe what I paid though. Gil said I'm about to borrow somebody from Derek Bailey till Friday. Hey Derek, you got Gil. Gil said he need to holler at you about some change. Derek, Gil need to holler at you, man. I'm just telling you in case you can't read like right now. He need to holler at you about some change, man. Yeah, but you got people up here. I mean, I know in the winter sometimes I hear people over here they pay like 600 in a month, anywhere from 400 to 600 in a month, and in the summer this is people with. I don't know how many people. I don't know how many of y'all got like full families and stuff. So I know like how many people in the family, like 4 or 5 people in the family can run it up to like 600 a month here in California. I don't know where y'all. I don't know what y'all. Which company y'all go through, where y'all at. But here, so anywhere from 400, 600, sometimes more. Uh, some businesses, Derek laughing at him, but some businesses here, you're talking about over $1,000, $1,000 for your electric, your utilities. That's only one. That's not water. Ours is separate. I don't know what y'all's is like. We don't know each other like that. It'd be good to know y'all like that, but I don't know what y'all. I don't know what y'all's is like. Ours is, um, our our waste is separate. Our water is separate. Our electric and gas are the same, but you can choose not to have one or the other. You could choose not to have the gas or the electric. You can. Well, I think you have to have electricity, but you can choose not to have the gas and electricity. I think that's the only four. I think it's waste, water, gas, and electric. I don't know. Some people pay more for other shit, but that's all we have here that we have to pay. I don't know what y'all got. Hey Derek, what y'all got? Y'all got to pay extra. Derek don't even want to talk about his electric. Derek like, damn, man, these people running my electric up. Derek, they run your electric up. Hey, they done ran Derek electric up, y'all. Derek had to run their ass out the house. Hey, y'all got to get up out of here, man. Y'all got to go somewhere. I'm not telling you where you got to go, but you got to get up out of DB's house, baby. Derek said, y'all got to get up out of here, man. I'm through with y'all, son. He said, y'all done ran up my electric. You ever hear that growing up? You ever hear that before you was actually had enough money to move out the house? Yeah, put up a one if y'all ever heard that before you had enough money to move out the house. Did you run up the electric? Did you run up the bills? You run up the electric? Or have you ever heard that conversation? Because that's a female conversation usually. Have y'all ever heard that about siblings or family or anything like that? I just want to laugh with y'all if y'all have, because I have. They're running up all the electric. They said, y'all, running in and out the house, y'all gonna have my electric sky high. When I grew up, that was the word. It wasn't that you got me effed up. The parents would say that you gonna get that, you gonna get they shit up sky high. So that's how I grew up. I grew up with everything just being sky high when you abused it. They still use that term, but parents used to use that term. I hear it. I hear that now. Now I just hear running up, running up. Running up means different stuff now. Running up is different. It don't mean what we used to think that running up. Don't be running up on me like that. Hey, Derek, don't be running up on the Eagle like that, man. What's wrong with you, brother? Yeah, but you guys didn't want to discuss the topic like you guys always do. You guys always get off topic, so nobody really wanted to discuss it very much. That's fine. We'll figure it out, what it is with the why we might not get fights because of the pay-per-view and stuff like that. And it's not because of the fighters not wanting to fight. It's just that we're not getting it because, like I said, Derek put that little small, those two words up, which is, they mean a lot. They could be powerful.
Unknown caller.
You guys already know that I'm not going to answer it. Man, why y'all call? So, if you guys hear the phone ringing, those are people that don't know me. If y'all hear the phone, when the phone's ringing like that, okay, y'all don't want me to know your personal business. I'm all good with it. But anyway, we'll get back. Maybe we'll figure it out next time. But I got to go check these fights so we can talk about these fights that's coming up. I'm going to try to be a little bit better. I'm going to start giving my assessment of more of these fights. If I can get them live or if I can talk about them, because got me over here yawning. So, if I can talk about it, yeah. If I can see them or whatever, then we'll talk about these fights. Because we need to. We need to talk more about some of these fights. It's just nothing that really stands out like, oh, we're going to get that. What we got? We got October, November, December. So, we actually September. So we have 4 more months. And for us to get a fight that's so exciting that we can't stop talking about it. And that excitement, like I said, the excitement, even in here, the most exciting fight that we have more or less recorded in here was still that Wilder versus Brazil. So we need to get something like that to where we just hear it, where we hear the punch and it's like, where Wilder hit somebody so hard that you can hear it in out in space somewhere. But anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that come in here and mess with me. Eagles wear boxers, I'm always real. It don't matter. You can play with me and you can mess with me. I'm still going to come back and get your ass, Gil. Whoever it is, it don't matter. He can still be my little brother, but sometimes he do too much sometimes. So I got to get on him. I don't check him, but I still got to get on his ass. Y'all know Eagle, man. These are all my real people anyway. So if you guys came in from the outside, you just listening and heard anything that went on, it's just between us. We just do this sometimes. But sometimes they go a little bit too far with Eagle. And I got to make sure they know I'm still Eagle. Anybody can get it, like they said. Anyway, y'all know what it is. No matter what day it is, nothing but peace, nothing but blessings to y'all, man. And I'm going to catch y'all. D to the baby. I know Derek putting in all that work. Derek said, I got to put this work in. I know. I got to go back out myself, brother. Yep. I'm trying to start up a couple of businesses, so yeah, anytime you want to start up something, hey, it's paperwork, it's time, it's money. Yeah, a lot of things I got to do. Nobody wanted to have fun with Eagle today. I don't know what's wrong with them. They didn't want to have fun. I asked them a few little fun things. They got mad. Now everybody's so busy.